check. How you doing? You're good.
Give me the thumbs up. There we go.
Hi there, everybody. Welcome to this evening's game, 5 p.m. game here in Regina at the Cooperators Centre, Nova Scotia versus Team BC. It is a beautiful sunny day here in Regina, warm afternoon, and the Cooperators Centre is a beehive of activity on a normally quiet part of the city in the middle of summer. Not only do we have the Challenge Cup happening, we've got La Rev happening in many of the rinks within the 6-rink facility here on the grounds. And then of course at 5 p.m. I think it is, we've got the Saskatchewan Roughriders versus the Ottawa Red Blacks happening about 300 meters to the southeast of where I'm sitting right now. So a lot of energy, a lot of fun here today. Would like to thank one of our title sponsors, which is Sask Milk, for supporting the Challenge Cup. Not sure if everybody's aware of this, but every team, and I've seen this a few times just walking through the hallways, each team has a refueling station in between the games that's chock full of things like chocolate milk to help the athletes recover and recharge. Of course, everybody knows chocolate milk's a great way to boost your energy after a game. So thanks to Sask Milk for keeping our fantastic athletes fueled this week. My name is Chris Clement. I've been commentating a couple years now for Team Saskatchewan. I do not have a daughter in the game for Saskatchewan anymore. She's on her way to university in the fall. But I'm excited to be here today. Players are going to get their last minute instructions. Looks like we have number 30 in for BC. That's Dyer. And I think that's 31 in for Nova Scotia on the other side of the rink. I'll correct that as soon as I can. Well, game's underway. 99 gets it in for Nova Scotia. Over to 16 along the boards. In behind the net. Looking to set things up. Hands it to 15. She dumps it to 5. Loose ring along the ringette line. And BC gets it out. Center ice, that's 21. We've got 10 back to 21 along the side of the net. Back pass doesn't work. Squeaks into the center ice. Nova Scotia now with it. It's 15. Tries to give it to 13. Picked off by BC. Nova Scotia back, but then here's a chance. 13 makes a move. Saved by Hiltz. There it is. Questioning myself here, folks. Sorry about that. '97 picks it up. Nova Scotia over to 13, middle of the ice, over to 8. Gonna take her time here, set things up. She's got some speed though. Tries to cut in front. Elects to keep it. Swings back, hands it over to 3. Drop pass to 77 out in front. She's got a chance. Dumps it back to H. She takes a shot from distance. Collected by the goalie. She dumped it to the corner, picked up by 77. She cuts in front. Circles around. Gives it to her partner, number 8. Tries the post pass to 3. And pass intercepted. 9 with it now. Gave it to an open wing. Picked up by 17, and I think they may be calling too many players there. I'm gonna look to my cameraman here to get clarification on that. It looked like there was a little bit of a scramble there along the board, so I think that was too many men, and it was. .15 takes free pass, gives it back to 16. Cross ice for 5. And behind. Dumps it back. Scramble for it. 16 is fighting for it, and the loose ring just scrambles to the goalie. .24 now. Takes it out, makes the pass, but forward didn't see the pass. Allows Nova Scotia to get back in. 15, back to 5. She's in front, gets a shot off. Saved by number 30, Hiltz. 24 with it again. Circles around in behind the net. 23 with it now. Nifty little back pass into the neutral zone, collected by Nova Scotia. .15. .17 now. Adams picks it up. It's squeezed off the ring, but she collects it. Gets a reset. 17 now with it. She drives in, dumps it off. Scramble in front of the net. BC picks it up, gets taken down, no call. Nova Scotia back with it. That's 17, I think. This is going to be a goalie ring. 16 for BC is going to go off. They're going to be down 2 men here just for about 3 seconds. So 3 seconds, 5 on 3. .77, this is Dobbin. Looks like there's 2 players now in the box. Not sure why that is. And the referees blow the whistle again pretty quickly. I don't know if they couldn't get the door shut or something on the. He's going to go over and talk to the timekeeper. Maybe put a second or 2 back on the clock. Sorry, folks, can't help you with what happened there. .44 left on the clock. 0-0 game. And that's, yeah, they put an extra second on the clock. They'll probably reset the penalty back to 2 minutes, and they did. right, it looks like they've got things sorted out now. Refs take their spots. And that was a little quick there. All right, we're ready to go. 77 back to 8, back to 77 at the top of the triangle. Over to 3, back to 77. Quick shot. Back to 77. Of course, that player can't come out yet. Another quick shot. So Nova Scotia gets the benefit of a 3-on-2. 77 again. BC going to try everything they can to get a stoppage here and let their one player out. 77 again. Another shot. This is Chiasson. 8. Post pass for 77 didn't work. Battle on the boards of 15. Collected up by 3. Back to 77. 99 with it now. She drives in. Takes a shot. Goalie had gone down and had just got it over her pad. And she took opportunity. All right, I'm going to try to figure out who scored that. Let me see. All right. All right, 97. That happened so fast, folks. Apologies for that. I'm just going to keep going. All right. 21 with it. Post pass. Comes back to 21. 16 now in front. Spins around. Time running out on the shot clock. Scramble for it. 21 takes a shot. Gets through, and another goal for BC. Makes it 3-1. Nova Scotia just couldn't collect it there during that scramble. 21 picked up the loose ring and fired it home. Nova Scotia looking to respond. 3 minutes left on the clock in the first quarter. MacDonald now 17. We're back to 13. This is going to be BC ring. There you go, number 9 now. Pass to number 8. She leaves it. Attempted pass for 9 in front. Didn't quite work. Collected by Nova Scotia. They work to get it out. 18 now at center ice. Gives it to 17. She makes a shot. Collects her own rebound. Must have gone off the side of the net because they're not giving her a reset. 17 again. Nifty chance her ring just touched the edge of the crease, so PC gets a free pass from goalie. There's another scramble for it along the blue line. Nova Scotia picks it up. 13 now. Drives in. She peels back. They're going to wait to set things up. Possibly do a line change here, I think. The ring winds up on the back of the net, so referee blows it, gives it to the goalie, and BC's going to try to get it out now. They do. Center ice. Oh, Hail Mary pass works. 21 got taken down, and she's going to go off. Likely high sticking. Or hooking. Wait for the call. Okay. 2 minutes, nonetheless. Lines up on 22's stick. She takes it in behind the net. Passes it out for 14. Another scramble for it. Just over the ringette line. And it's going to go back to the goalie. Nova Scotia's pass didn't work. 15 collects it. Now 19. Makes a pass, 14 drives in. Makes a post pass. And a nice save by the goalie. Another post pass attempt. 16 just missed on that. 77 now with it in behind the net. Gets checked off the ring, but she's able to collect it. Stops. Assesses the situation. Gets out of trouble with a nifty spin move. 15 now with it. She gets checked off the ring. Collected her own pass over the blue line, so it's going to be BC's ring. Yeah, actually, it should be Nova Scotia's ring. Well, they're talking about it now. Yeah, Nova Scotia's ring in their own zone. That was confusing even for me, folks. Okay. Center ice, a battle for it, and the clock winds down. That's the end of the first. 4 goals in that period. 3 for BC, 1 for Nova Scotia. 36 seconds left on the penalty. And I'll be back with you in a minute.
Hi, can you tell me the shots? Okay. Thank you. 11 seconds. Had a phone call. Knocked me right off.
We have a synopsis who's scored. All right, welcome back, folks. Just want to take this opportunity to thank Stinger Sports for supporting Team Saskatchewan. They donated ringette gear for the Team Saskatchewan raffle basket, including a pair of locally made Moss Pro ringette pants. Of course, those are manufactured in Regina here through Sask Abilities. And the purchases of such equipment mean meaningful employments for individuals experiencing disability in Regina. So thank you for your support. All right, back to the action. Quick shot by BC's 15. Collected by 21. Back to 16. Another shot. Sorry, that was 16 that made that shot, not 15. 19 now. Collected by 97. Crease infraction. BC changes up. Eight seconds left on the man advantage. Nine now with it. Guarded by 99. Pass in front, collected by, well, they're going to call a tripping penalty on that. It's number 10 for Nova Scotia. Going off for 2 minutes. All right, 22 for BC. Cross ice pass. Shot wide. Collected by 99. She gets chucked off the ring. A shot right in front of the net for 10. She got leveled by 14, and she's going to go off for 2 minutes. All right, well, the first quarter, shots were 11 for Nova Scotia and 7 for BC. That's a 4-minute penalty. BC sets up in the triangle. 16, 14, and 19 out there, it looks like. 16 with a shot. Goalie tosses it out. 99 with it. Left it for 9, but collected by 16. She's out in front now. Dumps it to her partner. And BC looking to set up the triangle again here. 19 at the top. Takes a shot. Stick save. Back to 16. To the top for 19. 16 again, takes a shot, another save. 14 now. Back to the top. Another shot, and they score on that one. Top corner. And that was 19. Of course, Nova Scotia only down 1, 2:55 left in the major. Here's 2. Over the blue line, collected by 8. She drives in, spins. Gives it to 18. She comes in, tries a quick shot. Saved by 30, the goalie. 10 with it now. Cross ice. Tip pass for 23 by 9. 23 comes in, shot, rebound. They fight for it in behind the net. 2 with it. And that's going to be BC ring. 10 in front of the net. Fighting for it. 9 now fighting for it. And she stepped on the ring, so it's going to be a goalie ring. Dumps it out. 2 collects it. 3 couldn't handle it, so BC recovers the ring. They dump it into the corner. 97 first to it. 9 again. She tries the shot, gets a rebound. 21 picks it up. Back to 9. We're to 24. She's going to go first skate with it. A little dump pass. A shot off the goalie's mask. A save is a save, as they'll say. Actually, I've never heard anybody say that. It's just me. And there's going to be a slashing penalty. I'll be honest, I heard it. I didn't quite see it. Catch the replay here. Still a minute 5 left in Nova Scotia's penalty. Of course, BC with 2 minutes. This is 22. Goes it to 15. In the neutral zone for 8. There was a collision there between 19 for BC and I think 17 for Nova Scotia. Just over the blue line. BC is going to go off for a 4-minute major. Nova Scotia looking to set up now. They're turning the triangle. 77 at the top. She dances with it. Gets it to the corner. 5 with a backhand. Collected by the goalie. Tosses it out near the blue line. Picked up by Nova Scotia 10, but BC with a good battle. They get it out. Goes the other goalie, but it stops just in front of her. And a chase for that ring resulted in a Nova Scotia player slamming into the boards. A delayed penalty call. Nova Scotia's goalie is going off for the extra man. So they're going to be able to set up 4-on-3 or 4-on-2 here. The 10 with it now. Good opportunity for Nova Scotia. Quick shot. 5-5, and that 30-second shot clock expired anyways. So that's 14 for BC going in. Two minutes, I suspect. Nova Scotia. Again, 3-on-2 advantage. You have 5 at the top of the triangle. She has it. Tries to squirt it through. She did. Shot by 15. Scramble for it. Goalie picks it up. Tosses it out. Number 10 hammers it down the ice. Collected by 99. Quickly into the neutral zone, but it goes two lines, so Nova Scotia can't pick it up. BC touches it. They wind up with it. Back into the neutral zone. I think BC's going off for another. They are, but one penalty expired. Sorry, Nova Scotia's going off on this one. Still a 4-on-3 advantage for Nova Scotia. BC looking to kill time. This is 10 and behind the net. Getting chased by Nova Scotia on the boards. She throws it into the other quarter. Battle 22 versus 99. 99 wins that. 17 waits for it to get over the blue line. She gets it. Gives it to 13. Beside the net, one-timer attempt. Didn't work. And back to 13. Over to 17. Top of the triangle. Not much of a triangle when there's only two. And 17 tries a backhand pass but touched the crease, so goalie ring for BC. '97 now with it. '13, this is Adams. She picks it up. Gives it to 2. Miller. Back to 2. Over to 17. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Gotta get something away. They do. Nice control by the goalie. 97 again. Back in their defensive zone. Gives it to 8 quickly. Over to 2. Over to 18. She tries a shot. 9 has it. Gets it to safety. Now it's 4-on-4 ringette. 10 now with it. 12 seconds left, and there's not going to be any penalties left. And after a while here, now we're back to 5-on-5 ringette. BC can't quite squeeze the trigger on getting the ring here. 77 for Nova Scotia picks it up. Spins around. Dumps it back. This is 3. She spins. All of a sudden there's not as much room as there have been for the last few moments in the game. Guarded by 22. Post pass for 15. Didn't work. Pass out front, collected by BC. We get it to neutral zone. Picked up by 10. She couldn't get it off quick enough. Checked off it by BC. This is 10 again. She takes a shot, just misses. And 15 for Nova Scotia, gets it out. 3 now with it, spin move. Nova Scotia has a chance, a 2-on-1. Oh, 17 just couldn't pick it up. Oh, sorry, that's 77. She gets hooked. Goalie goes off. We're gonna bring out the extra player. 77 over to 17. She missed the pass, so they're going to blow the whistle. Still 4-3. 3:10 left in the second quarter. Nova Scotia going to go on the power play. 77 gives it to 5. Back to 17. This is MacDonald. Cross ice pass to 5. That's Dyer. She's trying to reset there. Picked off by 24. Gives it to the goalie. Gives it back to 24. Pass picked off by Dyer. Over to MacDonald. She swings around, drives across the top, takes a shot. And BC's goalie gets it out. Nice catch there by number 10 for BC. That's Townsend. Nova Scotia now. Into the offensive zone. This is 99. And it's going to be a goalie pass. This is Tjepkema. Over to Mercer. Picked off by Nova Scotia. Dyer now in behind the net. Eight try to get in front there with a shot. Collects her own rebound. Gives it to 13. Back in front. 18's going to go collect the loose ring. This is Adams now. She comes in, tries a backhand shot, deflects in behind the net. 22, free ring picked up by 15. She's got a chance. Tried short side and goalie with the match. 15 again. It's Tropeau. Adams in behind the net. Shot clock becoming a concern. Takes a shot, goes top corner to make a 4-2 game. 17 seconds left in the second quarter. BC now looking to get it into the corner, intercepted by Nova Scotia. Battle for it along the boards, and they couldn't move it, so this is going to be a BC ring. 6 seconds left. They're going to pull the goalie here, throw an extra player on the ice. Actually, they're going to go forward in now. Little quick pass by, oh, there's a chance that didn't quite work out for BC, but they nearly got that goal back. All right, before I go here for a few seconds, do have to mention 22 Fresh, which is a Regina-based sports apparel company, quite well known in Western Canada. They supplied Team Saskatchewan with walkout gear for the 2024 Canada Summer Games. They are also designed the official Team Saskatchewan ringette uniforms for the 2027 Canada Winter Games. They donated a Women in Sport t-shirt to the Team Saskatchewan raffle basket. So we do want to thank 22 Fresh for supporting Team Saskatchewan and women's sport. I'm going to leave you folks for a little bit as they do an ice cleaning. I'll be back in about 10 minutes. All right, welcome back, everybody. Quarter 3, Nova Scotia versus British Columbia. It's a 4-2 game. And I'm not sure what we're waiting for, but we are waiting. While we're waiting here, did you folks know out there that of course, you all are familiar with Winwell, which is a trusted Canadian brand in sports ice equipment. They make the Athena composite stick, which has become a top choice among many ringette athletes. But did you know that they gave every single player at the Challenge Cup a customized Athena stick? Of course, customized to their preferred length and flex. So that's an incredible investment in ringette development by Winwell, and we want to thank them for making the Challenge Cup a memorable experience. Back to the action here. Nova Scotia with it. This is Dyer. Up at the top, throws it into the mess of folks. And 15 winds up with it for BC. Into the neutral zone for Stundon. This is 15. Tropeau with it, loses it to BC. They get into the neutral zone. Ring winds up on the far boards, collected by BC, 14. Backhand shot winds up in behind the net, scooped up by 19. She spins around. Tries a cross-ice pass for her partner, didn't pick it up. 97 winds up getting it, and it's going to be a BC ring here. (19) takes a shot, glove save by the goalie. That's Holt in net. (24) now. Checked off the ring. Battle for it along the side of the net. And the ring squeaks into the crease. But a crease violation gives the ring back to BC. This is Mercer. In the corner, back to Mercer. Checked off by 17. 18 has it. Try to give it back to 17. That didn't work. Scramble. BC winds up getting rid of it. Neutral zone now. 14 coming in with speed. She spins, gives it back to 16. Shot. Shoulder pad save. 16 collects a rebound. She tries the shot and gets her own rebound. (16) spins around, trying to find a way. Nice little move. I don't know if you saw it at home, folks, but she wrapped her own stick around her body there. 18 now with a chance, all alone. Takes a shot, collects her own rebound, but I think her stick hit the crease there, so it'll be a goalie pass. 22 with it. Cross ice for 17. Gets into a struggle there along the boards. Comes back to the goalie. And we'll do it again. 2 lines, so this will be Nova Scotia's ring. This is number 10. For 77, that's Dobbin. Number 8. Over to Best, along the boards. Cuts out to middle. Looking to set things up. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. 77 with it. Skates out front. Shot over the net, and that's going to be a time count violation. Dyer tosses it out for Koch. Gets it over to Doucette. And an errant pass goes into the corner for number 9. Over to 3, 77 streaking. And BC, good job to fend off that chance. Nova Scotia with it now, just inside the blue line, gets it over. 77 again. Got caught up there with the BC player. I think BC's going off for 2 minutes for tripping. And it will be a BC penalty. 21. That's Doucette. Looked like she actually got the worst of it. She was kind of limping as she got off the ice. And Nova Scotia with a chance. Dyer now. Over to Tropeau. This is Manley. Back to Tropeau. Over to Dyer. A shot. At least they got 4 in. They decided to pull the goalie. Third quarter. 8 minutes left on the clock. Scramble in front. And there's going to be another call here. 17 for BC. That's Clapton. This is Manley. Up to the top for Tropeau. The ring squirts to the goalie. She pokes it out over the blue line, collected by 97 for Nova Scotia. Back to Tropeau. Dyer now, side of the net, to the top, Tropeau with a quick shot over the net. Another shot, nice save by Dyer. BC manages to get it out. .50 seconds left on the 2-man advantage. Tropeau on the boards. Gets it in. Back pass. Beautiful back pass. Post pass and shot by, I think that was Dyer. Back of the net. Makes it a 4-3 game. That was Dyer. One minute left in BC's penalty. Shot from distance. Nova Scotia collects it behind their own net. Gets it to neutral ice. Cross ice pass for 17 didn't work, but she collects the rebound off the boards. In behind the net. Looking to set things up. Nice pass to 13. She tries a shot. Stick save, I think, by Dyer. 17 again. She gets a reset. Another backhand pass. Squeezed over the blue line, but quickly back in for Lubecki. Labaki, I'm sorry. BC managed to break up that plate. They get it in quickly. This is 17. Quick shot. Deflected into the corner. MacDonald has it. Gets it to 13. This is Adams. MacDonald on the boards. Hands it off the best. And the ring's collected by the goalie. She gets it out quickly, but 77 wins the race. Back in behind the net. Nova Scotia looking to tie up the game. This is Dobbin. We're on the top. Nice move. Quick shot. Dyer with the save. Nova Scotia with the reset. Dobbin again. Along the top. Backhanded chance. Goes over the net. She couldn't pick up the ring, so BC has it. They get it in the neutral zone. And collected by Nova Scotia. 2 BC players all over her. And somehow she's still managing to get the ring, but BC winds up winning that battle. Beeby now. Cross-ice pass picked off by Nova Scotia. This is Tjepkema. Back to Dobbin. She sits there, waits for reinforcements to come, and it does in the form of Tropeau. Back to Dyer. Shot along the ice. Scooped up by Nova Scotia. They get a reset. This is Manley. Back to Dyer. Over to Tropeau. Back to Manley. Along the side of the net. Doesn't shoot. Gives it to Manley. Over to Dyer. She makes a move. Quick shot. Good save by Dyer. 16 again with it. This time BC picks up the rebound. BC with a chance there for number 8 right in front of the net. 8 again. Adams gets it in from MacLean. Spins around. 22 gives it to her goalie. MacLean again, quickly for 17. Right in front of the net. Tries the support pass there to Adams, but that didn't work. And BC does a good job of forcing the turnover. And they actually got a penalty here. I think that's body. Sorry, folks, didn't catch the number of the player that went off for BC there. Let's see if I can get that for you. 15? Sounds like it was 15 for BC. Nova Scotia, nice post pass there. Just couldn't pull the trigger on that one in time. It'll be Nova Scotia ring again. Nova Scotia looking to take advantage on the power play. Stundon now wants to come in. She does, takes a shot from distance, deflected in behind the net, picked up again by Nova Scotia. The pass deflected by BC allows them to try to get it out, but they couldn't. And Nova Scotia is going to go off. This is MacDonald going off for 2 minutes. All right, a little 4-on-4 ringette. 1:35 left in the third quarter. This is Koch. Gives it to Lapp. Back to Koch. She drives in, tries a shot. Didn't quite get it off. It's going to be Holt with the goalie pass. Over to Stundon. She gets it over the blue line. Didn't quite work, so BC gets it right back in. This is Beeby. Over to Lapp. Oh, the pipe. Dangerous little pass there. Easily handled by Holt. Nova Scotia now. Nice opportunity there for Best. Good work, but didn't quite pay off. This is Tjepkema. Leaves it for Ellis. She takes a shot, deflected over the net. Lindbergh. Townsend. Over to Lindbergh again. Townsend takes a shot. Picked up by Nova Scotia behind the net. A little pass. Deflected by, good work by Tropeau. Well, that's the end of the third quarter, folks. Sorry, I do not have shots for you. Yeah, I'm being told the shots are 37-27 for Nova Scotia. However, it is BC with the goal, 1-goal advantage. Once again, just take this opportunity to thank our sponsors, Sass Milk, Stinger Sports, 22 Fresh, and of course, Winwell. Great support by all of those Saskatchewan-based companies. BC still getting a few last-second instructions from their coaches. BC will get the free pass. Nova Scotia with one player in the penalty box for 25 seconds to start the quarter. And they elect to go deep into the corner. MacLean with it. Over to Tropeau, gets it in deep. Dyer chases after it, gets it in behind the net. Leaves it for MacLean. Out front, Dyer again. She's got a chance for a shot. Couldn't quite get it off. Does take the shot, and she ties up the game. It's 4-4. Good effort on that line. Well, we got a game, folks. 4-4 with 12:30 on the clock in the fourth quarter. BC with it, gets it into the corner. Best picks it up. Looking to get it out. She does for Dyer. Looking for somebody to give it to. And 14 picks it up for BC. This is Best again. She gets it over Niffley for 15. That's Tropeau. Backhand pass. Glove save by Dyer. This is Manley. She spins around. Gives it to MacDonald. Trying to drive in. Fended off well by 23. Beeby. Who is probably going to walk off for a 2-minute penalty for slashing. MacDonald's going to take the free pass. Out there with Adams. Not sure if there's something with the clock there. We're going to do a redo. And MacDonald. That's Lebucky. Handed it off for back to MacDonald. She tries a shot, deflected high, back of the net, picked up by DC. She uses her legs to get it out. Battle on the ice, picked up by 99. Over to MacDonald. She cuts to the top, hands it off for 18. She tries to go in, loses the ring. Goalie picks it up, lays it in behind the net. Clapton with it. Gets it over to Cerantola, sorry for mispronouncing that. This is Koch. Lindbergh gets it in deep. Another battle for it along the boards. BC wins that. Lindbergh looking to get it over the blue line. She does. Two Nova Scotia players all over her. Back to Lindbergh. She's going to walk in, take it herself, and she gets back out. Townsend now. And there's going to be a penalty here. Nova Scotia's going off for 2. And 25 seconds of 4-on-4. Number 8 for BC. He's looking to shoot, handed it back to 22, back to 8. Up to the ringette line. 22 with it, takes a shot from distance. Eight for Nova Scotia, over the blue line. Another scramble for it along the boards, and they're going to give that one to BC. BC now on the power play for 1:31. Pass, corner pass didn't work. 15 now, Nova Scotia. Oh, and a collision there. They're going to call that tripping. Try to get a handle on what's going on here for you folks. She was going off. And she's going down the hallway. So 22 is going to step in. It is a tripping call. I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe an issue with her skate. So 22 serving. 16 for Nova Scotia, behind the net, swings out around. 4-on-4 for a minute. This is best. Manley now on the boards, loses it to 24. Another scramble on the boards. Best winds up with it. This is Tropeau with a shot over the net. BC's player, I think, lost an edge. Opportunity for Nova Scotia and a nice save there by Dyer. .8:14 left on the clock. MacDonald takes a free pass. She winds up back with it. Spins around. This is Dyer again. Ring it. Squeaks to the goalie. She gets it back out. 14. 14 winds up with it and winds up getting it to 19 in the offensive zone. Quick shot. Squeaks in behind the net. 99 picks it up. And able to get it out to Adams quickly. Dyer streaking all alone. Makes a shot and scores. All of a sudden, Nova Scotia up 5-4 on BC, who were at one point up 4-2. BC player looking for clarification from the referee on something. Well, back to 5-on-5 for 7:35. I would not be surprised if this score doesn't remain 5-4. Still a ton of time left on the clock. 8 for BC. In behind the net. And that's going to be Nova Scotia turnover. They're going to take, no, sorry, BC is going to get this ring. I don't think I misread that call, but I guess I did. Oh, penalty, my bad. Yes, 2-minute penalty on Nova Scotia. Tjepkema gets it. Oh, the shot with the goalie pulled rings just off of the post. Nova Scotia free pass here. Dobbin with it. Gives it to Tjepkema, who is swinging around the circle. Increased violation gives it back to Nova Scotia. Minute 29 left on the penalty. 6:52 left on the clock. Tjepkema dumps it off for Ellis. Cross ice pass for Dobbin. Back to Tjepkema, cuts in front, and the goalie Dyer just able to prevent any kind of rebound on that shot. This is Miller. She spins around, gets tripped up, no call. Tjepkema now able to get it over the blue line. Dobbin throws it into the corner. Tjepkema. Best try to get a shot off, couldn't. BC now with it, neutral zone. This is 21 with a shot. I thought that went in there. It was actually just off the crossbar and went straight down. This is Best. She spun around, gets it back. Backhanded shot. Nice save by Dyer. Best with the backhand shot or pass. And 15 shoots it over the net. Scramble on the side of the net, and the goalie is going to get a free pass. Chances on both sides. This is Blinberg. .21 now. Over to MacDonald. She picked it off. Gives it to Tropeau. Manley looking for it. There's going to be a tripping call on BC. No, sorry, no, Scotia will get that one. So BC now with an opportunity on a man advantage. They're going to pull their goalie, allow them to get 4 players in. So it'll be a 4-on-3. Eight throws it into the corner. They're going to set the box up. This is 19. Goes back to 8. Didn't quite get that pass, so 9 winds up with it. Gets it over the blue line for Tjepkema. Ring goes into the far corner. MacLean with it. They're going to look to just try to keep this ring here for 30 seconds. It actually winds up with a shot. BC trying to recover, and they don't. There's an opportunity for Tjepkema. Shot deflected in behind the net. Picked up by BC. And the lost ring. MacLean wound up with it. Handed it to Manley. Tries a backhand shot. Saved by Dyer. BC looking to get it out. They do. And this pass opportunity gives it back to Nova Scotia. And the same thing happens in Nova Scotia. So BC has an opportunity now. This is 16. Backhand pass for 8. Shot deflected the other side of the ice. This is Blinberg. Gives it to Lapp. Lapp with the shot just over the net. And it rolls for 10. A quick shot. Nova Scotia picks it up. BC winds up with the shot there. Nice save by Holt. Picked off by Blinberg. quickly back into the neutral zone. 21 with the chance. She takes a shot, deflected. And good work by 21 there to force that turnover for BC. That's Doucette. It's going to be a crease violation, so BC ring here with 2:18 left on the clock. 5-4 game. BC pulls their goalie. Tjepkema is going to take the free pass. Out there with Mercer. Mercer with it. And the ring goes just over the ringette line, so the defender was able to tip it back in. BC looking to set things up, but Nova Scotia not making it easy. This is Tjepkema. Pass interfered with there by the goalie. She winds up picking it up and laying it down. MacDonald with it. 1:38 left on the clock. Nova Scotia now. This is Adams in alone. Fake the pass, and that's going to be a tripping call in Nova Scotia. Now you would think BC, yeah, they are going to pull their goalie. And it looks like they're going to call a timeout. Adams with the chance there on that last play. That'd have been the nail in the coffin for BC, you'd think, but in this game, you never know. Now I think BC pulled their goalie at the end, or whether they were just telling her to come in for a timeout. I will let you know, but odds are that they're going to pull their goalie here for the last minute 25. Yeah, it looks like we got Lapp out there with Beeby. Lapp dumps it off, back to Beeby. Lapp at the right in front of the net. Townsend's out there. There's Beeby with a shot, deflected into the corner. Townsend. She's looking for something, takes a shot, deflected in front of the net, loose ring, scramble for it, and scooped up by Nova Scotia, who's going to be able to get it out. They do, goalie goes back in, 52 seconds left on the clock. Opportunity missed there by Nova Scotia. BC now with it, keeping an eye on the goalie. Missed pass in the neutral zone. Allows Nova Scotia to get it back into the offensive zone. 32 seconds left on the clock. BC's going to have to chase. They do. And they force a turnover. 19.8 seconds left. BC still with the man advantage. Nifty little pass for 8. 8 seconds left. Pass goes in behind the net. 4 seconds left. Shot from behind the net. And that's the end of the game. Nova Scotia with a comeback win over BC. Exciting game, folks. thank you so much for watching, and congratulations to both teams, and good luck to you both in the remaining games. Take care, everybody. Have a good night.